Imagine waking up tomorrow and gravity is no longer stable. Not because the sun exploded, not because an asteroid hit Earth, but because something invisible just entered the solar system. A black hole. And the terrifying part? We probably wouldn't even see it coming. Black holes aren't cosmic vacuum cleaners hunting planets through space. That's the first lie most people believe. They're actually dead stars crushed into something impossibly small. Tiny, invisible, but insanely heavy. And once something crosses the edge of a black hole, it never comes back. Not even light. But here's the strange part. A black hole doesn't need to touch Earth to destroy us. It only needs to get close enough. Right now, every planet in the solar system moves in a delicate gravitational dance. Earth circles the sun at just the right speed and distance to support life. Change that balance even slightly, and everything collapses. So what would happen if a black hole suddenly drifted into our cosmic neighborhood? At first, probably nothing. No explosions. No alarms. No giant shadow in the sky. Just tiny gravitational glitches astronomers can't explain. Comets in the far reaches of space would begin changing direction. Frozen objects in the Oort cloud, billions of icy bodies surrounding the solar system, would suddenly start moving. Then more of them, and more, like dominoes falling in slow motion. Within weeks, the inner solar system would become a shooting gallery. Massive comets and rogue asteroids would begin flying toward the planets at unbelievable speeds. Earth would see strange new objects glowing in the night sky. At first, people would think it's beautiful, until cities start disappearing. And that's when scientists realize the horrifying truth. Something massive is moving toward us. Something completely invisible. But that's not even the craziest part. Because the real nightmare begins when the black hole reaches the outer edge of the solar system. By the time the black hole reaches Pluto's orbit, the solar system is already dying. Not from impact, from confusion. Gravity itself starts breaking the rules. Planets that have followed the same paths for billions of years begin drifting off course. Tiny orbital changes become catastrophic over time. Neptune shifts. Uranus wobbles. Saturn's rings distort like ripples in water. And Jupiter? Jupiter becomes the black hole's first real victim. This is where it gets weird. A stellar black hole might only be about the size of a city. Imagine something with 20 times the mass of the sun squeezed into a sphere smaller than Earth. Now imagine that object moving toward Jupiter. The gas giant wouldn't explode instantly. It would slowly unravel. The black hole's gravity would stretch Jupiter's atmosphere into a glowing spiral of superheated gas. Millions of kilometers of storms would twist into a massive accretion disk, a spinning ring of fire hotter than the surface of stars. From Earth, Jupiter would no longer look like a planet. It would look like a second sun. Brighter, violent, wrong. And every second, the black hole would feed, pulling more gas, more mass, more energy, until Jupiter is gone, completely erased. But what happens next changes everything. Because Jupiter isn't just another planet. It's our shield. Its gravity protects Earth from countless asteroids and comets. Without Jupiter, the inner solar system becomes exposed. Suddenly, giant rocks begin crossing Earth's orbit nonstop. Entire nations panic. Religions fracture. Governments collapse. The internet fills with fake survival plans. But none of it matters. Because the black hole is still coming closer. And now Earth can feel it. Tides begin acting strangely. Oceans rise without warning. Earthquakes strike places that never had them before. Volcanoes awaken across the planet almost simultaneously. Scientists realize something horrifying. The black hole hasn't even reached us yet. It's still billions of kilometers away. And already, Earth is starting to break apart. Then the sky changes. Not all at once. Slowly, the stars begin shifting position night after night. Constellations humans have followed for thousands of years become distorted. It's subtle at first, until people notice the impossible truth. Space itself is bending. And that's when fear becomes global. The black hole's gravity starts pulling Earth out of its orbit around the sun. Not violently. Just enough to push us farther away from the warmth that keeps life alive. Temperatures crash worldwide. Summer vanishes. Crops fail. Snow falls in places that have never seen winter before. Within months, ecosystems collapse. But here's the terrifying part. Freezing to death wouldn't be what kills most people. Gravity would. As the black hole gets closer, Earth begins stretching. Not enough for humans to notice immediately. But deep underground, pressure builds to catastrophic levels. Tectonic plates grind against each other harder than ever before. Then it happens. Mega earthquakes. Entire continents shake nonstop. Cities split apart. Highways twist like ribbons. Tsunamis hundreds of meters tall erase coastlines within minutes. And this is where it gets worse. Volcanoes erupt everywhere at once. Ash blocks sunlight across the planet while rivers of magma consume what's left of civilization. The atmosphere fills with poison. Breathing outside becomes deadly. Humanity realizes there's nowhere left to run. Underground bunkers collapse. Airplanes fall from turbulent skies. Power grids fail permanently. But the black hole still hasn't reached Earth. That's the insane part. All this destruction is happening from a distance. Now imagine what happens when it finally arrives. Scientists have a word for the process: spaghettification. Sounds ridiculous until you understand it. A black hole pulls harder on the side of an object closest to it. That means your feet would experience stronger gravity than your head. The closer you get, the worse the difference becomes. Eventually, your body stretches into a thin stream of atoms. Not crushed, stretched, like cosmic spaghetti. But humanity would never survive long enough to experience that directly, because Earth itself would suffer first. The moment the black hole crosses Earth's orbit, the planet is finished. Oceans rise into the sky. That sounds impossible, but it's real. The black hole's gravity would literally pull water off the surface of Earth. Massive walls of ocean would lift upward like ghostly blue towers before being ripped into space. Then the crust cracks open completely. Not small fractures. Planet-wide ruptures. Entire continents sink into magma oceans as the planet tears itself apart from the inside. Earth's core destabilizes. The magnetic field collapses. Radiation from space floods the surface. Anything still alive at this point would witness the end of the world in real time. But that's not even the craziest part. Earth might not actually fall into the black hole immediately. There's another terrifying possibility. It could be thrown out of the solar system entirely. Imagine Earth drifting alone through interstellar darkness. No sunrise, no warmth. Just a frozen dead planet carrying the ruins of humanity through endless space forever. But if Earth stays near the black hole, the end becomes far worse. Because the black hole's next target is the sun. And this changes everything people think they know about black holes. Most people imagine black holes swallowing stars instantly. But reality is slower, more brutal. The black hole would begin stealing the sun's outer layers piece by piece. A giant spiral of flaming gas would form around the black hole, glowing brighter than entire galaxies. The sky would become a nightmare. A burning ring of light surrounding total darkness. And then, the sun starts dying. Without enough mass, the balance keeping nuclear fusion alive collapses. The star that created every sunrise in human history begins fading away. Temperatures across the solar system plummet toward absolute zero. Planets drift aimlessly. Moons escape orbit. Everything becomes unstable. The solar system no longer exists. Only the black hole remains, feeding quietly on whatever survived. And that's when scientists would realize the most horrifying truth of all. The black hole was never the real danger. It was gravity. Everything humans have ever known depends on invisible balance. Every breath, every ocean tide, every orbit, every sunrise exists because gravity behaves predictably. The second that balance changes, reality collapses. And black holes prove something deeply unsettling about the universe. The cosmos is not designed for life. It only allows life temporarily. This is where it gets truly disturbing. There may already be rogue black holes drifting silently through interstellar space right now. Invisible, undetectable unless they interact with something nearby. Astronomers believe millions could exist in our galaxy alone. Some may be wandering between stars at this very moment. And we'd never see them coming. No light, no warning, just sudden gravitational chaos. But here's the strange part. Despite all this horror, black holes also reveal some of the universe's greatest mysteries. They bend time itself. Near a black hole, time slows dramatically. A person close to one could experience minutes while decades pass elsewhere. That means black holes don't just destroy reality. They distort it. And scientists still don't fully understand what happens inside one. Some theories suggest information is lost forever. Others claim black holes may connect distant parts of space. Some even believe they could lead to entirely different universes, which means the most terrifying objects in existence might also be cosmic doorways. And that changes everything. Because if black holes can reshape space, bend time, and erase stars, what else is hiding out there? Maybe the scariest thing about black holes isn't that they kill planets. It's that they expose how fragile our existence really is. Right now, Earth feels permanent, stable, safe. But in cosmic terms, our entire civilization exists on a tiny rock floating one gravitational disturbance away from extinction. And somewhere in the darkness of space, something invisible could already be moving toward us. The question is, would we know before it's too late?